What's going on, you guys? This is Dimension Scott back at you once again with another video, and today I'm going over my top list of movies that I really enjoyed of 2022. Now, before we get into today's video, if you're brand new to my channel and don't know what my videos are all about, I love talking about things I'm passionate about. Movies, Blu-rays, DVDs, video games, do Blu-ray hunting videos. If that's all the type of stuff you're into, you love physical media like me, you're in the right place. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button if you like what you see. Alright, it's been a really good year for films to come out this year. Even for me, I've been to the theaters over 9 times now. I could have gone at least maybe one last time, but life, it is what it is. And I managed to buy some of those movies that I liked this year and get in my collection. Unlike most reviewers, I'm only going to talk about the ones that I actually got to own. And what you're about to see is some movies that maybe you haven't seen yet or shocked you because it's based on your opinion and how you feel about these movies. But just let you know, this is my opinion. These are my choices. I have my opinion. You're entitled to yours. So let's all respect each other. And if you have a list of your favorite movies of this year, please let me know what they are down below. I would like to know what those are. And one other thing, I do not care how these movies are rated on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't care. They don't become the future of filmmaking, anything like that. These are films that I really liked this year, okay? So at number 7, I only have 7 here. So your list doesn't have to be more than mine. It can be more than 7, okay? So at number 7 is the obvious one, The Batman. Robert Pattinson made a pretty good Batman, and what I do love, the one thing I love in this movie is the song, the music that they went with in this movie called like Something in the Way. Yeah, I like to listen to that song while I'm doing my house chores. And what I do like about this movie is the visual style look of Gotham City. Usually all these other Gotham cities in previous films, they look pretty clean, but this one here is pretty dirty. It looks like a lot of crime, a lot of thugs everywhere, and it's like a dangerous city to be out at. And what I also did like was Robert Pattinson's Batman and Commissioner Lieutenant Gordon working together, doing their detective work, of solving crime scenes. That's awesome. And I also like the chemistry between Batman and Selina Kyle. I hope we get to see her again. Although my biggest gripe is the runtime of this movie. It's 3 hours long. It's kind of long. Maybe you could have cut out some stuff out of this movie. A lot of people say the same thing for Zack Snyder's Justice League, but that movie to me is a lot of epic. I don't feel the runtime in that movie. But overall, the Batman, it's very solid. It's a solid Batman movie, just a bit too long. At number 6, I have Thor: Love and Thunder. That's right. Chris Hemsworth, Natalie Portman, and several of the other cast all return, and Thor goes on the adventure with his ex-girlfriend Jane Foster, who becomes Mighty Thor, who in my opinion, she stole the show. I was so happy to see Jane Foster, Natalie Portman again, and she wielded Thor's original hammer, Mjolnir, that was destroyed in Thor Ragnarok by his sister. So for what it is, it's a funny, turn your brain off, and that's all I went in there for. I wasn't having no big expectations, just to see Thor go on another fun little adventure going up against Christian Bale's character villain, Gore, the God Butcher. So, and it looks visually colorful. I did like the colorful visual, and we actually got closure for Jane Foster's character. So, yeah, at number 6, Thor: Love and Thunder. At number 5, I have Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Oh, let me tell you, I thought Elizabeth Olsen's Wanda, she stole the show. This was like her movie. After all she's been through since Age of Ultron, this does make perfectly sense why she's on a really rage killing spree trying to get what she wants back to her. She lost her kids. If you've seen the WandaVision series, if you saw Infinity War, Thanos killed Vision and all that, and the special effects were great, just like in the first Doctor Strange. And this was Sam Raimi's directorial return to directing comic book movies. And Wanda, she felt like she was pretty creepy. And then we get to the multiverse kind of stuff, the multiple universe traveling stuff, where you have multiple cameos. It may not be as many cameos what you expect, but for what it was, I thought it was really, really cool. We got Mr. Fantastic, played by John Krasinski. We have an alternate Captain Marvel. We have Patrick Stewart's Charles Xavier, who looks more X-Men comic book accurate. And you have Peggy Carter, and you have Black Bolt. It was all really great. I think a lot of people expected more than what we got, but I thought it was cool. It's Morbid time. Number 4, Morbius. This one shocked me, or was a surprise. Many people hated this movie. It's such one of the lowest rated films on Rotten Tomatoes. And like I said, I don't care what those scores are. I need my own opinion. I need to know how I feel and stuff. And I actually did a video on movies that I love but everybody hates, and this was definitely one of them. So we have Morbius here, Jared Leto. I thought the special effects were great. I kind of like the visual look of it because, you know, it's a Sony property. So I think the whole visual look of this movie, it's obviously a Sony movie. And they're mostly known for PlayStation. But the reason why I found Morbius so entertaining, it's a kind of a B movie for me. I like the special effects. I like the action. If it was a little bit more R-rated, maybe that would have been better. I did not go in expecting some over-the-top blood and R-rated compared to something like Blade. And I like some of the supporting cast. I don't know what people were expecting with the supporting cast, but I do understand that a lot of people had potential in this movie for Spider-Man connection, because this one was affected by circumstances in the world, you know, COVID, if that makes sense, and a lot of people didn't care about it, and it was released 2 times in theaters, and it bombed like so hard. But I thought the special effects were cool. I thought the movie was entertaining for what it was. I wasn't bored with it. I know people said it was boring. I wasn't bored with it at all. I would give this movie a 7.5 out of 10, maybe an 8. It's a B movie for me. So Morbius, I enjoyed for what it was. They may not take a lot of things. I don't know where they're gonna take it after this. And there's still more to come. At number 3 here, and get ready because this one received really divisive opinions, and I actually just got this one. You've seen my past video. At number 3, I have Halloween Ends. That's right, the third film in the David Gordon Green continuity trilogy. I've seen all 3 of these movies in theaters ever since 2018, since Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills, and Halloween Ends. So 4 years later, no Michael is nowhere to be found. Laura's trying to move on, and we get a new character named Corey. And I was actually rooting for him. He was a poor kid. I felt sorry for him for what he's been accused of, and he seemed like a really nice dude. And then after so many people bully him and everything, he gets his revenge, and he meets Michael and shows him and goes on his own killing spree, and we get that final epic showdown between Laurie and Michael, and I thought it really paid off. I wasn't disappointed with this movie. I can really imagine when a new sequel comes out, a lot of people are going to just call that one the worst and probably think this one's superior. It always happens. It always happens in Star Wars, Marvel, DC, Jurassic, you can name them, even video games. So Halloween Ends, I really enjoyed it for what it was, and I certainly can't wait to watch it again. And I really enjoyed this new continuity trilogy for the Halloween movies. It may not be your third film you would come to expect, but I'm sure they decide to be different, do new things. Otherwise, I understand things would get stale, and some people would say that as well. At my top two is Scream 2022, Scream 5. This movie felt like I was really watching a Scream movie on the big screen in the theater. To me, it felt like, hey, Scream is back on the big screen after all the hiatus of years after the release of Scream 4 in 2011. And unfortunately, Wes Craven passed away. And this movie did dedicate a little tribute to the man. You have new teenagers. It takes place 25 years after Scream 4. Your legacy characters, uh, uh, Dewey, Sydney, and Gail, they're sidelined in this movie. So they're they're not in this movie for very much. But for what they were giving, they had their moments, and they really did the balls to make the decisions in this movie to some characters. Uh, and the new teenagers, I think, were kind of likable. And let's not forget the kills in this movie were so brutal. They were so brutal. It's some of the best brutal kills I've ever seen. A new Ghostface killer will ever do. And spoiler, there are two Ghostface killers in this movie, and I cannot wait to see where they take it. And Scream 6 next year, one of my anticipated movies of next year, it's going to be in New York City. And there's a lot of Easter eggs. If you haven't seen that teaser trailer, there are a lot of Easter eggs in that movie, because this movie was directed by two people who did the Samara Weaving horror movie Ready or Not. And the next one is going to be in New York City, like maybe Ghostface Takes Manhattan. Before I get into my number one, just have one quick honorable mention: Sonic the Hedgehog 2. This is the one I didn't get to see in the theaters, but upon watching it, I was happy we got introduced to fan favorites like Tails and Knuckles, Jim Carrey returned as Dr. Eggman, James Marsden as the father figure of Sonic. And I can't wait to see what they do in the third movie, because we got a teaser for the fan favorite rival, Shadow the Hedgehog. Okay, I finally made it down to number one. No jump cuts and none. We're going to wrap this all up after I talk about my number one. And it is an overly hated movie: Jurassic World Dominion. I love the casting return. I love casting coming back from the original Jurassic Park movie. Claire and Owen are now foster parents of their adopted daughter Mizzy, and your original characters are doing their thing at a facility, and your dinosaurs are there, and your dinosaurs are there as after the events of Fallen Kingdom. Dinosaurs now live all over the planet, and then until one day, Claire and Owen's adopted daughter gets kidnapped to discover who she is. And I really don't understand why people hate Mizzy so much. I think she's a really good character. I think she's really adorable. So while they're going at it, your original characters, they're at the investigating of a research facility with dinosaurs, and it comes all together. And they also meet an Air Force pilot, and it all comes together at the end of the movie, where it's so epic, it's so awesome, it's fan service. It's probably a dream come true for if you're a fan of the Jurassic World movies or the original Jurassic Park films. They all come together, they work together, and we get this epic showdown between some of our favorite iconic dinosaurs, new and old. So there we have it, guys. What did you all think? What are your favorite movies of 2022? This is my list. It's not the right list. It's just how I feel about these movies. You don't have to agree with these. Please let me know down below. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're brand new to my channel. And if you love physical media, Blu-rays, DVDs, video games, and Blu-ray hunting videos, you come to the right place. Thank you all for watching, and I will catch you all later. This might be my final video of the year, unless if I do another haul video. I did get a lot of things in the mail today, before. But thank you all for watching, and I will catch you all later. Keep physical media alive. Peace out.